Kansas City Sports Update Studios. Welcome to Kingdom Radio, where we talk about all things Kansas City Chiefs. Brought to you by Arrowhead Update. Join Chris and Richard on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Player FM, CastBox, and all third-party applications. Check us out on Facebook platforms such as Kansas City Sports Update and Arrowhead Update. And if you cannot find us there, Google or search Kingdom Radio and Kansas City Chiefs, and you will find us. Welcome to the Kingdom. How are we doing, Chiefs Kingdom? It is Wednesday, July 31st, and we have a lot of things to talk about here in Chiefs Kingdom, and I'm going to hop right into it today. And this is another training camp episode. We are getting ready to go into preseason here next week, but there's still a few days left here in training camp. Big news from training camp yesterday. Tyreek Hill left with a bruised quad. Now, this injury has been kind of boasted up a bit and was more of a scare for anybody than anything. I wouldn't get too concerned about the Tyreek Hill injury. It is just a bruised quad. He took a hit from Bashaud Breeland and left practice, but that's just precautionary measures. I don't know if you all have bruised a quad before, but you run on that, it really, really feels uncomfortable. So precautionary measures. I'm glad that everyone in Chiefs Kingdom kind of understands the lack of magnitude of this injury, because it was kind of boasted up a little bit as soon as it happened. I mean, it was all over the internet, and people just wanted to get that news out there. But it's not a big deal, Kansas City, not a big deal. Tyreek Hill will be ready for preseason opener. I'm sure he will be back sometime this week in training camp, possibly today. So there really is a lot of good stuff going on in Kansas City, and I couldn't be more happy with everything that is accruing here through training camp. And we're going to talk a little bit more about training camp here later in the show, but we're going to hop right into the season preview. This is the big game of the season for the Kansas City Chiefs outside of the playoffs. And we are here in Week 14, and we are here to talk about the New England Patriots, which is in New England. It seems like that we get shafted every single year when it comes to playing the Patriots. We always have to go to New England, no matter if it's a primetime game, playoffs, what it is. It seems like we are usually headed to New England. That is a 4:25 Arrowhead game and could be a very pivotal game for both teams. This is Week 14. We are right around the corner from the playoffs here. And again, the New England Patriots are the thorn in our side. Can we get past them this year? Yes, absolutely. I think Rob Gronkowski retiring will have a way bigger impact on the New England Patriots than even the Patriots understand. I mean, you take out a staple like Travis-Kelce, you can't replace that. No matter what, you cannot replace that. So I feel like the Chiefs versus the Patriots this season is not going to be as huge of a matchup as it has been the past 4 or 5 seasons. Now, look, are the Patriots still the team to beat? Absolutely. As long as Tom Brady is the quarterback of that team and Bill Belichick is the coach, the Patriots are the team to beat. They've proven themselves over the last decade. Now, will the torch be passed to Kansas City? I believe so. This is our year to get back at Tom Brady and put ourselves on the pedestal as the best team in the AFC and the best team in the NFL. We have the best chances to win the Super Bowl. We have the best chances to go to the Super Bowl above the New England Patriots. It's just time for us to prove ourselves here in Chiefs Kingdom. This is our year, and this is our time. And with that being said, do I think Kansas City is going to get it done against a Tom Brady-led New England team in New England? I do. Do you remember the opening game 2 seasons ago where Kansas City went into New England and knocked off a highly favored New England Patriots team? And this is with this is Alex Smith-led Kansas City Chiefs, and was also the first game for Kareem Hunt, which was a huge breakout game for him. We are now a Kareem Hunt-less Kansas City Chiefs, but we have put more pieces to the puzzle in place, and I think that we can easily take down the Patriots this season. It won't be as close as years before, And I think this is the season where the Patriots are going to realize that they are not the best team in the AFC anymore, or for the following years to come. The torch is going to be passed off to Kansas City this season, and I feel like this is our year to get past New England and also get past New England in the playoffs and go ahead and into the Super Bowl. Do I think it will be a New England Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs AFC Championship game? It's very possible. Do I think that this game is going to have big implications on the seeding for the playoffs? Absolutely. This is the game the Kansas City Chiefs are going to take the number one spot away from the New England Patriots. So it's imperative that we come into this game completely prepared, because this is going to set the tempo for our Super Bowl run this season. So with my prediction against the New England Patriots, I'm going to say that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to wax the New England Patriots, and it's going to be 44-21. It's not going to be close throughout the game. I think the Chiefs are going to come out firing, and I think our defense is going to put points on the board as well, and is going to have Brady scrambling around all game. We have a scary defense. We have an extremely scary, fast defense with big body guys and guys who have motors. I don't think that any team is going to stack up against the Chiefs at all this season. We really have a powerhouse, and the NFL should be completely terrified of what the Kansas City Chiefs bring to the table. So, with that being said, that is the season preview. We will take down the Patriots. We will get the number one seed, and we will have home field advantage throughout. And that is going to be, the catalyst for the Kansas City Chiefs getting over that hump and making it to the Super Bowl. We got to be an Arrowhead, and I believe that will happen this season. So, on to our next segment. We're going to talk about predictions for our offense and defense for the 2019 season. And I think it's no mistake that our defense has got formidably better in the offseason. We brought some big pieces into this puzzle, as well as maintaining pieces that we have brought in the last few years to switch to this system, because this is not a one-year process. This is a few-year process. When you switch to a system like we have and bring in coaches like we have, you will see players get utilized in ways that you didn't even think was possible. This is extremely intelligent defense, and I think that we're going to flip-flop positions defensive-wise. Last year, we were 31st, 30th in the league. I think we can be second or third in the league in defense, top 5. The pieces that we have brought in, the Honey Badger, Frank Clark, Alex Okafor, Ogba, all these pieces that we have brought in are just formidable assets to this system that we have created, under Spags and Matt House and company. So do I possibly think we have a top 5 defense? Yes. If you listen to Patrick Mahomes at all in these interviews in training camp or OTAs, the defense is challenging them. Did that happen seasons before? No. So that's in turn going to make our defense better, and in turn going to make our offense better, because we have a defense that challenges the best offense and the best quarterback in the league, and possibly the best offense of all time. That is what, we'll have to wait to see if that plays out right. But, come on, Kansas City. Look at all the pieces that we have put in place here. You shouldn't be more excited about the Chiefs' offense than we are this season. And really, the defense as well, because we have put together a 90s-style defense here in Kansas City. It's time to get excited, Chiefs Kingdom. Week 1 of preseason is next week. This is what we've been waiting for. Training camp is almost over, and we're moving into the season. Everything that we have built up here in Chiefs Kingdom, that finished product is about to be put on the field next week, and we are going to see exactly what we have here in Chiefs Kingdom for the 2019 season. So, defense top 10, absolutely. We have the players to get it done. We have the coaching staff to get it done. And look, the heart and desire of every single player and the energy in that locker room is second to none. If you're not excited about the Chiefs defense this year, look, you need to pick a different sport, because we flipped our whole defense, and this is going to be something extremely exciting. And it's nice for me to be able to hone in on the defense and not say, hey, we have question marks here, question marks there, question marks everywhere. It's just like our offense. There might be something here and there, but overall, our defense is incredible. And there's nothing to be nervous about. There's everything to be excited about and nothing to be nervous about in Kansas City for our defense. So let's switch sides of the ball here to the offensive side. Obviously, everyone is extremely excited about Kansas City Chiefs offensive production, from the previous year. Do I think it's going to go up? Absolutely. Look, Patrick Mahomes looks better than he did last season. I'm not even sure anybody would have ever guessed that. How do you top a 50 touchdown, 5,000 yard season? Well, how you top it is by practicing left-hand throws and practicing the behind-the-back throws, which Patrick Mahomes has been shown on video doing both of those things. This man is practicing his left-handed throws. He's doing things, folks, that nobody even thought of doing before. And that's amazing. That is called an innovative player. That's an innovative person in a system and in a league that innovation is critical. And he's raised the bar. So when you raise the bar at quarterback position in the NFL, Kansas City, that means that we have so many things to look forward to, and the window is wide open for us to win the Super Bowl. So, is our offense going to be better than last season? Yes. Did we have a McCole Hardman on our team last season? No. Do we have a polished Sammy Watkins on our team last season? No. Look, our team is getting better. Our timing is getting better. Patrick Mahomes has had more time with Travis-Kelce, Sammy Watkins, as well as Tyreek Hill. It says the Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes connection is better than ever. Better than ever. Think about that. Tyreek Hill. Patrick Mahomes. How can you beat that combination? How can you beat that combination for the next 10 years? There's nobody better than that combination right there, and it's not even close. Not even close. So, I'm going to predict for our offense we're going to be obviously a top 5 offense, probably top 3 offense. Defense, I'm going top 5. I think all around we will have the best team in the league, hands down. I don't see a depth chart that comes close to that. Not even this New England Patriots, that we play here in Week 14. I mean, they have their Julian Edelmans. They have the Tom Bradys. And then they went and got Benjamin Watson, but it's just Sony Michel. He's a decent running back. And they also have Dante Hightower on defense and Jason McCourty. Look, they do have a decent defense. It's just not going to stack up against Kansas City. Sorry about your luck this year. Sorry about your luck for the next decade against the Kansas City Chiefs. We have been voted to take 2 out of the next 5 Super Bowls. And we also have the best odds of winning the Super Bowl in the 2019 season. That's a really exciting time in Kansas City, and everybody needs to get ready because it's next week, Kansas City, Chiefs Kingdom. The season starts next week. First preseason game. Who do we play? Cincinnati Bengals. So, we're going to move on to our next segment, and that is 5 things to know from training camp this season. And I've kind of touched base on a couple of those, and, we're going to touch base on those again. The number one thing to watch out of training camp this season is Patrick Mahomes looks even better than he did last season. His timing, his precision, his presence in the pocket, knowing the system. You give that man 2 years in a system, 3, 4, 5, just wait, Kansas City. Just wait. Patrick Mahomes is the epitome of everything that should be the future of quarterback play, and it's fun to watch. So, second thing to watch in training camp this season is the Kansas City Chiefs defense is challenging our offense, which is great. Now, granted, Patrick Mahomes has only thrown 1 interception during training camp, which, to me, I don't want to see him throw any interceptions. But it's still nice to see our defense challenging our offense. It's just going to make both of them better. Both of them better. You know, Spags is throwing stuff at Mahomes that he's never seen before. Never. Spags is a genius. He's just like Andy-Reid. He has a genius mindset, and you give him those tools, and he's going to put a great product on the field, which that's what we have to look forward to. Spags is not messing around. He's an in-your-face type of defensive coordinator, and he's all about details, detail-oriented, down to the smallest thread. He is there, right there with the players in the trenches, showing them firsthand exactly what needs to be done. And we did not have that in our last defensive coordinator. And I'm happy that he is down there in Atlanta. Bob Sutton, I wish you the best, but you are not the defensive coordinator for Kansas City. Spags is the guy. We know we have the right man, and we know we have the right system, and we've brought in the right players. So realistically, Brett Veach, you need to pat yourself on the back. The whole coaching staff does, because you all have done an amazing job with this Kansas City Chiefs organization. So, third thing to watch for out of training camp is the question marks for our defensive backs. I think it is no surprise to Chiefs Kingdom that we are still lacking the defensive back scenario. And to make matters even worse, Keith Reeser went out with a torn Achilles, out for the year. I'm not sure if that has been set in stone, but that is the big news out of training camp. And I'm wondering what we are going to do here, because not only, is Keith Reeser hurt, I'm not sure if you guys noticed or not, but Kendall Fuller did not start training camp. Charvarius Ward started training camp. Charvarius Ward. So that makes me question what we have going on and going forward there at the cornerback position. I mean, we're losing Keith Reeser, who was a formidable second stringer, and was really kind of stepping up to possibly take that first string spot. So what are we going to do in a defensive back scenario? Are we in trouble? No. I feel like that we're still okay, but we are going to go. We're going to have to go out and pick up another defensive back, maybe two. We're going to have to try something out, and we're going to have to do it immediately. That was a big deal for Keith Reiser, however you want to say it, to go down, but we need to make sure that we find his replacement or a replacement. Find a replacement for Kendall Fuller. Whatever we're doing, we need a playmaker, and we need him now. Now, do I say we go out and put ourselves in a bad scenario for the next 3 or 4 years? Absolutely not. Let's exercise the right route. That's why they haven't done it yet. Let's exercise the right route and go out and get our right guy. Don't pull the trigger until it's perfect. And I think we'll be all right at the cornerback scenario. And here's my thing. I don't question anything that Brett Veach or that front office does. They're doing a great job and will continue to. So I'm just going to ride out. We'll ride this wave out, Chiefs Kingdom, and we'll see what happens in the cornerback scenario. So the number fourth thing to know about Chiefs training camp this year, Chris Jones is ready to roll. We are glad to have you back, Chris Jones. You were a big question mark for the Kansas City Chiefs. Did I personally think you were going to hold out for the season? No, you hadn't had enough production in 3 years to really hold out and get your money. Did you even get your money? No. What did you do? You did the right thing, and you showed up at training camp. Hey, Chris Jones, that shows that you're a team player. We know you want to be in Kansas City for your whole career. But to do that, you need to be on our team for the Super Bowl run, regardless of what kind of money you're making. So, Chris Jones, you have some conditioning issues to get through. Obviously, you've started later than most players here on the Kansas City Chiefs. That no problem with you getting it done, and we know that. You cut your body fat down 3% to be able to move around in the system that you've put in even more. So, Chris Jones, huge staple and anchor for our defense. We're happy to have you back. Now get to work. Get to work. Okay. The fifth thing, and I think this is the most important thing to watch here for in training camp, and what's been going on in training camp is everyone in the front office, on the team, and in Chiefs Kingdom has Super Bowl on the brain. And that's it. That's our only goal. Our goal isn't to get past New England. We don't care who we have to go through. It does not matter. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl and bring them the Lombardi Trophy back to Kansas City. With the Lamar Hunt Trophy, we need to bring Lamar Hunt Trophy to Kansas City for the first time ever. That's imperative. And for me in Kansas City, you need the Lamar Hunt Trophy in that trophy case. Excuse me. I think that might be one of the most important things in the franchise history with Kansas City Chiefs. Look, that was the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs, the founder of the Kansas City Chiefs. We need that trophy in our trophy case, and there's no excuse for not having it. We need it the next 5 to 10, and we need the Lombardi the next 5 to 10. I want to keep building new trophy cases because we cannot fit them all in there in Kansas City. And I'm sure each and every one of you would agree with me. Let's bring these trophies home. We are overdue in Kansas City. Come on, Chiefs Kingdom. We know this. Okay. So, I feel like having Super Bowl on the brain here in Kansas City is a huge indication of what we are trying to do. I'm sorry, Kansas City, I had to pause the broadcast for just a few. But we shouldn't have anything but Super Bowl on the brain here in Kansas City. And that's an extremely exciting time. And I think we're going to pull the trigger and get it done here in the 2019 season. So, let's move on to our next and final segment today. This is the No Look Pass, brought to you by Sean and Keogh Music Solutions, providing everything from simple background audio to complex creative audio pieces. Bring your project to life with Sean and Keogh Music Solutions. All right, this is the No Look Pass brought to you by Sean and Keogh Music Solutions. And this No Look Pass, usually me and Chris ask each other a No Look Pass question, but I do not have Chris on the broadcast today. So, my No Look Pass for Kansas City is who had the most rushing yards in one season for the Kansas City Chiefs? Who has the most rushing yards all time for the Kansas City Chiefs in one season? And I figure I'll give you a moment to think about that. But Kansas City, here's the answer to that. It's actually 1 and 2. Larry Johnson. Good old Larry Johnson in 2005 and 2006 put up the most rushing yards in, 2 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs. In 2005, he put up 1,750 yards. In 2006, he put up 1,789 yards, which edged Priest Holmes by 140 yards, and also edged Priest Holmes again. Number 5 is Jamal Charles, and number 6 is Christian Okoye. Boy, we've had some amazing running backs there in Chiefs Kingdom. So, Kansas City training camp is wrapping up. We are moving into the preseason here. We have the Bengals next week. This is going to be an exciting season in Kansas City, and it's time for everybody to get on their feet and get pumped because it is right around the corner, Kansas City. So look, it is Wednesday, July 31st. It's hump day. You have a few more days in your work week. Get out to training camp on Sunday because I believe that will be some of your last chances to get out there and get some autographs from the Kansas City Chiefs before the preseason starts and we get into our regular schedule here in Chiefs Kingdom. So, y'all have a wonderful day, and let's get excited, Kansas City. The regular season is right around the corner, and we have a lot to look forward to. From the Kansas City Sports Update Studios, welcome to Kingdom Radio, where we talk about all things Kansas City Chiefs. Brought to you by Arrowhead-Update. Join Chris and Richard on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Player FM, CastBox, and all third-party applications. Check us out on Facebook platforms such as Kansas City Sports Update and Arrowhead-Update. And if you cannot find us there, Google or search Kingdom Radio and Kansas City Chiefs, and you will find us. Welcome to the Kingdom.